Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your January Tarot and Lenormand reading. I'm using the Magic Soul Tarot today. We're gonna put this aside because first we're gonna start with the Lenormand cards. And if you ask yourself, what is the Lenormand is a divination method that is mostly known in France and Germany. So as you can hear, I'm from Germany, and this is basically what everybody does in Germany. Everybody knows the Lenormand cards. It's a method of 36 cards where you lay out all of them together, and depending on where they lie, you see what's going on in your love life, in your relationship, business, and connected to finances. And all of this we're gonna look at now for your January. Okay, the birds or owls in that case, bit of stress energy coming through. Maybe excitement because of some news. Oh my God, and you start with the sun. Now the sun card is literally the best card of the whole deck, and this is how you open the reading. So there is going to be a lot of clarity, a lot of success and happiness, success and happiness for you. And it also looks like there is something that is going to clear up, which is connected to a conflict with another person. Now you can see this man here. This man is not necessarily a man, especially in those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just quickly check how many cards are already in a row. Especially in the January readings, this is basically a person that you're dealing with in January. This can be a partner, a friend, somebody from your family. It could be a work colleague or a boss. There's something connected, however, with this person where there is some sort of distance. Either this is a person who's far away. I can see that here as well, somebody who's far away. Maybe not in the literal sense, but there could be some sort of distance between you and the other person. And I can see that there is a conflict here with the other person, which might connect to the snake here. The snake can be complications and delays. So there might be a conflict with the other person, no matter of their gender and area of life you are connected to, that there are some complications and delays, which leads to a conflict. But I do see this conflict being resolved. There's a lot of light shining onto that conflict, so a lot is going to clear up. Oh wow, so okay, interesting. Let's see where your card is. Your card hasn't been out yet, so no matter of your gender, you also have a card that represents you, and this is it. This is the lady. No matter if you are a man or a woman watching, you represent yourself as this card. So just delete this picture, put your picture in, and here just put the person in you're dealing with. Before we go into this now, I can see you're very much focused on finances in this month. There seems to be some sort of contract, or finances could play a role or a part in a relationship. We're gonna get into that in a second. First, what I want to do is pull a few more cards with the Lenormand. With the Magic Soul Tarot. So let's go into that. The main energy for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Wow, oh my God, you have the Fool card. So there is a new beginning. Something new is on the horizon, a new chapter, a new energy. And that's destined. Oh my God, because the child is here in the house of destiny, and destiny is in your house. So wow, gonna go deeper in a second. What's the biggest challenge for Aquarius in January? Oh my goodness, and the Tower. Oh, the Tower is different to the Tower here. However, because of the same word, we do have a bit of a connection here. Excuse me. What's the advice? What's the advice for Aquarius? The 5 of Wands. Interesting. And where is it leading to? What's going to develop here? What's going to develop? Oh my God, and the King of Pentacles. All right. So with the Lenormand, you can see it always takes a little bit longer to get your reading. However, let's dive straight away in. The biggest challenge is that you need to let go of something that is not working for you anymore. So it could relate to something outside of you. Maybe the ending, basically, or restructuring of your life in general. No? Well, there is this new energy, and when there is a new energy in our life, it's almost like, I always like have the image of cogs just all playing together, and every aspect of our life is one different cog, and then you basically take a new element, put it into the machine, and suddenly everything needs to rearrange, restructure. So this is the energy I'm getting here, really, and it might connect to something that is really dear to your heart, something because we have the Tower here. Like I said, the Tower here is slightly different. However, I feel like I'm being guided, since they're so close together, to go into that. So the restructuring is happening either in your love life or connected to something that brings you joy or that is very, very dear to your heart. Let me see where, okay. We're gonna go deeper into that in a second, because I do want to have a look at your love life, in your finances for January. I want to see what the connection here is, and so we're gonna dive deeper. So while this is obviously the biggest challenge here, this restructuring seems to be a little bit difficult. For some of you, this might not be a restructuring because of a new element, but it might be that there's some sort of sudden event, something that is happening, something that is like a surprise. And after that event, or maybe even a piece of information coming in, something that you can see clear now, something has changed. So that's going to be, it can be like a very significant insight where you see the truth or the reality of a situation, and you're like, oh my God, I cannot ignore this anymore. I now need to change, and now I need to restructure, and this comes with some challenges here. And then obviously with the Fool, you're falling into a new beginning, you're falling into a new period, into a new period of your life, or a specific area of your life. And I can see, let's go back to here, this is all very destined, because the new beginning is in your house for destiny. And in your house, so don't mind me mentioning how I interpret the houses, etc., because for those of you who don't know about the Lenormand, that might be a bit confusing. Leave it aside. But what the message here is, basically, you have the star in your placement, and it's also next to you. So the vibe for January for you is success, clarity, and destiny. Something seems to be so meant for you in this month. Let's have a look around the cards here. The anchor stands for work. So connected to your work, I can also see that you're moving into a much more stable and secure energy, which is quite interesting, because you start with a Fool and you end with the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles talks about long-term plans, stability. There might be somebody who's helping you. So with the Kings, you have different energies coming through here. Connected to your business and finances, you might have somebody supporting you in the way that he gives you some sort of important information, how to achieve your long-term goals or your stability, or how to best work. This could also be a very secure relationship. The King of Pentacles is the provider of the family. So he works and brings in the money for the family. So he creates a very stable and secure environment, but he does that through being very consistent and hardworking. So this could be a person in your life. This could be you taking a lot of responsibility to make your life or a certain area of your life stable and secure. Or this might be you getting advice in order to achieve this. Now, let's have a look at work here. There's some sort of solution for work, because the house here's the house of solutions and answers. And there's something that is like a blessing. There might be some sort of offer connected to work. I can see that here, which is leading to a decision. So some sort of offer, something that might come in like a surprise. We had that earlier here with the tower. So there are two keywords connected now to your work life. So something could happen in your work life that is like a surprise, but at the same time with the flowers, it can be like a blessing, some sort of offer, appreciation. You're being given something. I feel like you're being given a choice. You're being given some options, or maybe some sort of offer that will lead here to more stability, that will lead to success connected to work. I also can see that here the dog might relate to some sort of support. So some sort of support that you're getting in this month connected to business, which is then going to lead to more security here. So some of you, that might mean you might be able to work from home. That could be one thing with the house here, or that the support that you're going to get probably from an older person, maybe even from an older friend or an older colleague. Something here is going to help you to make you more stable and secure, or to work from home. And there is some sort of change connected to your, there we go. There's some sort of change connected to your business, which seems to be very destined. And I feel like it has to do with that offer coming in, with that thing that is being given to you, where you then need to decide maybe which way to go, or if you take the offer. But I feel like if you do, this is going to lead to more security. You're going to feel more stable and secure with that. Let's go into your finances, a little bit connected here. We see the finances here. We see the finances mirrored onto the sun, best card in the deck. It does feel like there is success connected to finances. However, there might be something that comes in quite quickly. So we have the scythe here. And we have also the growth and some sort of information. I feel like financially there is some sort of news coming in, some sort of news that is going to be very positive, that is about growth, or that is about long-term plans. Remember what we had here, some sort of long-term plans connected to business and finances, where all of this is leading into this new beginning. So that's really interesting, because we see the same things in the Lenormand that we can see already here. There might be a new contract or a business partnership that is really helping you. So looking a little bit further here, there's some sort of information connected to finances, connected to money, and maybe some sort of strategy here. I feel like you're going to learn something. You get a piece of information, a piece of knowledge that is going to help you to make a strategy when it comes to success in finances. It might just be that it's a small piece. We have the clover here, so maybe just a small, also the mouse, yes, and also the child. Oh my goodness, all three cards that indicate small things. So that's really interesting. There might be a small piece of information helping you making a strategy, maybe together with another person, for the finances to clear, to be successful. You might think about doing a little course, or that could be something here as well, spending some money on a course, on a training. That might be the strategy to gain more knowledge. So maybe you're going to start something new here connected to finances, where maybe you need to spend some finances, but in the long term it's going to lead to more finances. So having said that, let's go further into the connection you have with this person. So there are two cards next to each other. There is a love connection, a love relationship, and that is also destined. So looking to love, okay, now it gets interesting, because the other person is mirrored onto love. But I can also see that there's either a longing, maybe you're longing for the love of the other person. This person might be far away. Maybe there's some sort of travel or journey connected in January, connected to the other person here. And also this person, while in the house of the person there is the house. So what that could mean is that you feel very comfortable and at home with that person. Maybe you live with that person. Maybe you even have a family with that person. That might all be the case. Or maybe that person has a family, or that person is very secure and stable. But having said that, we do have the distance here in several aspects. This person is in the house of the ship, so this person A might be far away. Also, the two of you are relatively far away from each other. What connects you in this month is something connected to work or stability, which is in a way good. There's a situation between you and the other person where work and stability could play a part. But then there is the snake, and that is part of the conflict. So either there is some sort of complication or delay when it comes to work, or the other part that could be with the snake is another woman. Now, the other woman could be a mother, a sister, a friend, or it could be a rival. So there might be a rival at work, or another woman influencing the stability of that connection. So that's something that I can see here. Let's have a little look around this energy. So for some reason, we do have the long-term energy here. There is something connected to long-term, to growth. There might be a conflict connected to growth. Maybe something is kind of like stagnating here with this person. That also could relate to something connected to the public. There might be some sort of the growth has stopped, connected to a social circle, to the public. There might even be some sort of event. And then we do see the energy of the snake again. Not always, I want to say, is the snake the energy for a woman. Just keep that in mind, that could be the case, but it also could be just that there's something connected to complications and delays. Something is kind of like stagnant, or there's some sort of heavy energy when it comes to the public with this person. Maybe something is gonna be public. Something could be announced here. May that be connected to another woman, or maybe a little bit delayed. Something is being announced here connected to the other person. Like I said, we do have the heart here. We do have also the card for help and support. Maybe there's something connected to the other person where the energy of support and help plays a role. Maybe that person is helping you, you're helping the other person. Maybe there is help and support far away, or this could also be that this is a good friend or a colleague, or this could also mean loyalty, dependability. So maybe you can depend on that person in some shape or form. If I now have a look onto the cards that I see here to just have a little bit more insights, there is, like I said, something very destined connected to a love connection or a love relationship. And there is going to be a surprising message. Could be a beautiful message that you're going to receive here. It could be a surprising message that you can receive here with in your love life. And again, we do have the Tower here. Now the Tower talks again being separated. So in your that is the next aspect, that there might be some sort of energy where you and the other person, there's some sort of separation or distance. Maybe you feel isolated, maybe you feel alone. That's an energy that is here at the same time. And we see what is influencing the heart. The thing that is far away is kind of like a big challenge or a blockage. And it's maybe challenging the security here, the feeling of security. Especially since we do have some unclarities here. So some sort of so okay, again, there's such a big connection with something that is far away, with a distance, with a travel, with a journey. This all is connected to giving you some sort of uncertainty or unclarity, which is all part of a blockage energy that makes you maybe a little bit cautious when it comes to a specific relationship here. And if I see this now, we see the conflict falling onto the the conflict falling onto the ring. Then we do have the clover here and the lilies. So there might be some sort of conflict connected to a relationship that for some of you with those cards might be sexual. For some of you that might mean that there is a small conflict, and that there's the harmony of this situation, which like is the conflict. That could be something. For some of you, obviously, like if there is another woman, that might be part of the conflict. So we have a bit of distrust here. The ring is connected to the karma card. So there's like some sort of burden or karma is basically influencing here the ring. And that might be connected to some sort of withdrawing, some sort of isolation or distance here. But then again, there is certainly a love message coming in. But also this message then kind of like is connected to something, to a situation that weighs a little bit heavy onto that relationship. So that's something I can see here as well. So you might be a little bit cautious when it comes to a certain relationship. Now, I want to go into the last card here, which is the Five of Wands. Now, the Five of Wands is the advice. Usually, with the Five of Wands, it's the energy where it is important that you work through difficulties and challenges. It could be the card of competition, the card of jealousy. But in general, the advice I would say with this card is that when there are a lot of people having an opinion, it's better to let everybody talk and to not jump in and to see what can be created with all of them together. It's important to work together and not against each other. So that's important here. And also there will always be challenges on the way to success, no matter in what area of life this now refers to. So this card basically would say, don't give up. There are challenges on the way to making things successful, and that's just part of life. But also it's important to work together and not against other people. And yeah, that as a little advice here. And again, even though we have the challenge with the Tower, where it leads to is the King of Pentacles, so more stability is coming in again. All right, so Aquarius, this is your reading. So I hope you enjoyed this method from Germany and France, and I'm looking forward to see you guys in the next reading.